तस्य रूपमधिकम् प्रच्छन्नगुप्तं धनम् विद्याभोगकरी यशः सुखकरी विद्या गुरुणा गुरुः विद्याबन्धुजनो विदेशगमने विद्या परं दैवतम् विद्याराजसु पूज्यते न तु धनम् विद्याविहीनः पशुः विद्या प्रशस्यते लोकैः विद्या सर्वत्र गौरवा विद्यया लभते सर्वम् विद्वान् सर्वत्र पूज्यते ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते.
Dr. Rashmi Pandey is a dedicated and accomplished academician with profound passion for research and teaching. She has pursued her educational journey with unwavering determination, achieving significant milestones in the field of botany. Dr. Rashmi holds a Ph.D. in botany from National College, University of Mumbai. Her thesis is titled Nutritional Algae of Mumbai and Suburban Thane for Adults and Youth. She achieved notable distinctions qualifying the CSIR NET with All India rank 45 and Maharashtra SET examinations. Currently, she is working as an assistant professor at PTVA's Sathaye College and has been actively involved in teaching both the undergraduate and the postgraduate students. Beyond her teaching role, she has been contributing significantly to scientific research. Her work has led to a patent. She has also authored research papers, one of which investigated the formulation of the vegan nutritional gummy supplements and won the first prize in oral presentation at an Interdisciplinary National Conference on environmental sustainability. She was a resource person at a workshop of Spirulina gummy preparation conducted by the Dept of Botany, Patkar College Goregaon. She has also completed a minor research project granted by the University of Mumbai. Welcome, Vidyavachspati, Dr. Rashmi Pandey.
Okay. Namaskar, I am Dr. Rashmi Pandey from Sathaye College, Autonomous. I am here presenting my PhD topic of Nutritional Algae of Mumbai and Suburban Thane for adults and youth. It is abbreviated as NAMASTAY. And my guide, Dr. Kejriwal Mona. The picture over here is at one of the locations where I have concluded my studies. That is the intertidal zone of Goregaon beach. The algae are division of a kingdom Plantae, and they are very large polyphyletic group of unicellular and multicellular non-vascular plants of different sizes. They are abundantly found in fresh water as well as in marine water. Usually their identification is done on the basis of the pigments which is present in them and which imparts beautiful color to them. Here we can see some of the pictures of algae of marine habitat. Algae have been giving us many important resources as well. and these are being used from the ancient time for food, feed, fodder, plant modulators, even in fertilizers, nutraceuticals as well. India, it has a more than 8,000 square kilometer of coastline, and it should be a leading brand in the resources of seaweeds. So here in my study, I have tried to study the biodiversity of the regions where I belong to, that is Mumbai, suburban Mumbai, Thane, and some of the Palghar region. Then identifying some of the important algae of these regions with respects to their nutritional values, their chemical constituents, and even their biological activities, which could be utilized and used as an applications. Finally, the preparation of some nutraceutical products utilizing components and ingredients of algae was the main aim of my study. This map shows the 4 important locations where the study was concluded, and these are the list of main freshwater sites and marine water sites. Some of the important freshwater lakes like Powai Lake, Vihar Lake, even Mithi River were studied for the biodiversity, different species of the algae present in them. And the important beaches like Bandstand, Girgaon, and Bhuigaon beach in the Palghar district were studied for the biodiversity aspects. The methodology followed over here is a very elaborate one, and it is divided into 4 different parts. Every study has a different kind of approach towards it. Like starting with the collection of the samples, different algae like microalgae or macroalgae in the freshwater or marine habitats. Their identification based on microscopic characters, preparation of herbarium, and finally studying the biodiversity of that particular region of freshwater lakes, rivers, and coastal regions in and around Mumbai and suburban Thane. These algae which we collected and preserved, these were finally analyzed for their biochemical parameters like proteins present in them, carbohydrates, amino acids, some of the important nutraceuticals like vitamin C, and their biological activity like antimalarial activity or antioxidant activities were the major parameters which were evaluated of selected algae collected. And finally, as an application of these as an important products which we could form, we have prepared nutraceutical gummy from utilizing ingredients of these algae. This flow chart is basically a chart which shows the processes which we have followed, like selecting or rejecting some of the ingredients and parameters based on the results they have shown in the formulation of our product, that is nutritional gummy product of algae. In that series, we have tried with 3 different kinds of ingredients which could be utilized for the formulation. And in a serial manner, we have tried, formulated, and accepted some of them, and some of them were rejected on the results which they have got. Like the results with the xanthanin component and pectin were not suitable for the preparation of the algal gummies which we were studying and were finally rejected for the preparation. The final process leads to the preparation with utilizing agar-agar and carrageenan, both the ingredients derived from algae, seaweeds, for the preparation of our product. The products which we have made as a results were then evaluated on the 9-point hedonic sensory evaluations, in which different scales were provided to the participants, like whether they like it extremely or they like it slightly, or their reaction was neither they are liking the product or they are liking, And finally, extremely, those who have said that they like it extremely for the utilization. The results we have got of these study parameters, starting with the biodiversity of algae which we have studied. Here in the chart we have listed out different types of algae which we have elaborated, which we have enlisted over here in the 3 different regions which we have studied. Looking at this chart, we can clearly see that the district which is less uh, near the city, that is Palghar district, shows lot many number of species as compared to the more popular and metro cities like near the Mumbai or the Thane region. And hence Palghar, there we have reported more than 23 types of microalgal species in the freshwater samples. Among the lakes which we have studied, this is a graph which elaborates what type of microalgae were found in abundance in the lakes in the Palghar district. So here in the graph we can see that chlorophyce members, those are green colored microalgae visible only in the microscope. These were found abundant in most of the lakes which we have studied, like Nirmal Lake, Chakreshwar Lake, Achole and Gas Lake. The biodiversity study, that is Shannon Diversity Index and Simpson-Weaver Index, were studied to understand what is the compositions of the biodiversity, different species present in the lake samples. A lake is said to be more diverse and healthy when it shows a higher diversity index. And when the diversity index decreases, it is assumed that these lakes are near the eutrophication and hence not suitable for use. Among the macroalgae which we have studied, that is seaweeds, which are found in the marine habitats near the coastal regions, here we can see that even in a tidal range, intertidal zone, which kind of macroalgae present in which type of zone is very predominant to one category. Here in the chart we can see that the lowest low tide zone shows presence of only green and brown algae, whereas the red algae, they are found in abundance in the high tide zone and middle tide zone. So with this study, we could conclude that a precise number of precise type of algae is present in the intertidal zonal differentiation. The 3 algae which we have studied in detail in the biochemical parameters are enlisted over here. Their herbarias were prepared. One of the microalgae, that is Spirulina, which is also known as a single cell protein and is very much in demand for its nutritional values, was also cultivated in a batch containers and was used for the preparations for the Spirulina gummies, which we have prepared later on. In a detailed biochemical analysis, these are the studies which we have concluded, and it concludes that whatever the biomass we have prepared is nutritionally rich, it has very high protein values and is also having very good antioxidant activity, as it contains a very unique pigment, that is phycocyanin, which provides its very pretty, what we say is cyan color or a range between blue and green color. These are the results which we have got for the sargassum. Now sargassum is a marine algae and it is very good source of carrageenan and alginates as well. This also algae has also shown good amounts of carotenes and carbohydrates, that is polysaccharides. The third red algae which we have studied is Gracilaria. Gracilaria is also used for its production for agar-agar, which is a major industrial product and which is also one of the ingredients which we have utilized for the production of vegan nutritional gummies. It also shows highest concentration of carbohydrates, that is polysaccharides, agar-agar. These are the results of the nutritional products which we have produced into it, varying compositions, varying pigments. So we can see that there is a spirulina gummy which is green in color. There is a phycocyanin gummy which utilizes the pigment of spirulina and is cyan in color, blue in color, and other gummies. So total 5 different products having different nutritional values were produced in our study. The product which we have formed to test out whether it is acceptable or what kind of textural profile it shows were analyzed into its texture profile analysis. Different parameters were studied like adhesiveness of the gummies, then their cohesiveness, the springiness quality when it is chewed, the chewable quality, and it also is analyzed for its chewiness of the gummies. In a 9-point hedonic sensory evaluation, when these gummies were tested in the live participants, those who volunteered to participate in this, the final overall likeliness, it shows that both of these gummies, phycocyanin and anthocyanin, were accepted by the participants more predominantly. The second in range is vitamin C supplement of anthocyanin pigments. All in all, in our study, we have started out with a biodiversity analysis of the coastal regions and also freshwater lakes in the regions of Mumbai, Thane and Palghar district. In that, we have also seen that the Bhuigaon beach, a sole beach where the maximum number of algae were found, is a very conducive place for the cultivation of seaweeds or macroalgae, and which can finally be utilized as a commercial product. With our project PhD thesis, we have not only culminated into the data, but we have also opened up opportunity whereby the nutritional gummy products which we have prepared, being vegan, can be utilized by the persons who are not comfortable with using gelatin based gummy products. Since these gummy products are a little fancier and in demand with the kids and children's, and in a day-to-day life whereby your lifestyle is such that you do take up some of the multivitamins or nutritional supplements in our Mumbai metro region lifestyle, such kind of products would be more in demand or could be set up as an entrepreneurship opportunity in a remote area like Bhuigaon Coast, which is in the Palghar district. Being connected to the city, metropolitan city, and still being far from its day-to-day hustle, Bhuigaon is proposed as a new destination where seaweed cultivation can be proposed of. With this PhD, I did had a few of the research work accumulated into oral presentations and poster presentations. This is a poster which I have presented, which shows the opportunities the seaweed in the oceans have as a resource in the India. I would like to mention one thing, that during my PhD time, it was a COVID period, and half the way I was stuck into it and thought whether I'll be able to complete it, whether it will be fruitful, it will be worth or the struggle which I'm taking. But then I also read an article whereby PM Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, he has started out with a deep sea mission, and it did mention that listing out of the areas which are good resources of seaweeds and which can be tapped for the opportunities of entrepreneurship is taking place of, and there's a huge lot of funding coming to it. That boosted my morale, and I said I have to continue with this, and definitely that gave a boosting, and I could complete out with one of the products which I am planning out as an entrepreneurship options as well. Some of the research papers which I have published, which includes the biodiversity study and formulation of my vegan nutritional gummy supplements. I have also applied for a patent of these gummies which I have prepared, and it is been published. Thank you so much. With this I conclude.
ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते।